In the year 23001, Earth finally admitted what it had feared for centuries. Humanity was out of time. The oceans had turned warm and metallic. The skies shimmered with static storms. And the cities, once symbols of human ambition, now trembled under their own weight. Humanity did not fall. It simply slowed, like a dying pulse. And so, the Council of 11 approved the largest Exodus program in history, Project Voidlight. A voyage farther than any probe, any ship, any theory had ever envisioned. Their destination was not a star, not a planet, not a nebula. It was a region of space with no name, a gravitational scar so deep that telescopes blurred when pointed at it, a place where light itself bent and vanished, a place scientists called only Sector Zero. They didn't know what lived there, or if anything lived at all. They only knew one truth. Something was calling. The selection started with 900 million applicants and ended with 187 souls. No soldiers, no politicians, not even trained astronauts. The chosen were different. Humanity didn't select the strongest. It selected the strangely gifted, a synesthetic mathematician who could visualize gravitational patterns as colors, a blind linguist whose dreams contained symbols no human language ever held, a botanist whose plants grew better when she simply touched the soil, a young boy who had never spoken a word, but who hummed tones that made instruments malfunction, and a woman named Aya Setheren, the only person on Earth who had seen Sector Zero in her dreams before the telescopes discovered it. They were the last crew humanity would ever choose, and they weren't chosen to survive. They were chosen to understand. The world gathered to watch their preparation. The training grounds were built inside the remains of a collapsed lunar dome, a place where the horizon was black, the sky was starless, and Earth hung above them like a fading memory. Their ship, the Solace, was no ordinary vessel. It was grown, not built. Its hull a living alloy, its core a quantum organ that pulsed like a slow heartbeat. It responded to emotion, to breathe, to intention. It was the first machine in history designed to dream with its pilots. For 6 months, the chosen lived in isolation. They learned how to merge their thoughts into the ship's neural architecture. They learned to navigate by sound, by instinct, by memory. And they learned the truth behind Project Voidlight. Sector Zero was not a location. It was an absence, a hole in the map of existence, but filled with data that did not belong to the universe they knew. Aya discovered it first, during a training merge. Her voice trembled as she spoke. It's not empty out there. It's a colony, forgotten one. The Council refused to confirm or deny. But the crew felt it, a pull, a weight, a gravity that wasn't physical. Something out there recognized them before they ever arrived. Launch day came without ceremony. No parades, no speeches. Earth was too tired for celebration. The Solace ignited with a soundless flash, tearing through the black sky, vanishing into deep night beyond the moon. Inside, the crew felt the first breath of the void. Not cold, not empty, but familiar, as if they were not leaving home, but returning to a place humanity had abandoned long ago. Aya looked out into the darkness, eyes reflecting distant, invisible stars. "We're not the first to go out there," she whispered, "and we won't be the last." She placed her hand on the living alloy of the ship's wall, and the ship pulsed back like it understood. The Solace angled itself toward the horizon of nothingness. Sector 0 waited. Silent, dark, calling, and the crew, the chosen few, took their first step into a region of space where no map could guide them and no human mind had ever returned. This was only the beginning. The true mystery waited beyond light, beyond memory, beyond everything humanity believed about itself. In Chapter 2, they will learn why Sector 0 exists and what ancient truth hides inside its darkness. The Solace drifted beyond the last map ever drawn by human hands. Behind them, the stars thinned. Before them, there was only the deep, a velvet ocean of nothingness, so absolute that even light seemed afraid to enter it. Sector 0. A place that defied physics, a place that warped gravity like a living breath, a place no ship had ever crossed or returned from. But the Solace did not slow down. It moved as if it knew the way. Aya sat in the command cradle, eyes half closed, breathing in sync with the ship. The crew around her felt it too. The subtle hum, the quiet pull, the sensation that something out there was aware of them. Then the ship spoke, not through a speaker, not through text, through emotion. A sharp pulse of recognition that hit every mind aboard. "It sensed us," Aya murmured. "It knows we're here." As they crossed into Sector 0, the universe changed shape. Space rippled like water. The stars bent into spirals, and on the far horizon, a structure appeared. Not a ship, not a station, but a colony suspended in the void, shimmering like a memory trapped in glass. It was enormous, spanning kilometers, perhaps more, built of dark crystal plates that reflected nothing. Not starlight, not sensor beams, not even time. Rin, the synesthetic mathematician, whispered, I've seen this before, in my sleep, years before the mission. I didn't know what it was. Aya's voice broke softly. You weren't dreaming. You were remembering. As the Solace approached, the structure reacted. Panels shifted. Light crawled across the crystal surface, and a gate slowly unfurled, like a colossal iris opening to welcome them home. The Solace entered. Inside the structure, gravity felt both present and absent. They floated gently, tethered to the floor by intention alone, the ship synchronizing their thoughts with the environment. The walls around them pulsed with faint images, human silhouettes, human gestures, human memories. But these were not ghosts, not illusions, not alien constructions. They were recordings, echoed consciousnesses imprinted onto the structure's living crystal. The colony wasn't built by extraterrestrials. It was built by humans, but not the humans of Earth. Aya touched a wall gently, and the crystal bloomed with a memory. A planet covered in red oceans, a glowing atmosphere, structures rising like fractal mountains. Where is this? She whispered. The structure answered, not with words, but with a pulse of sorrow that hit every heart. This was home. The crew staggered. Rin dropped to his knees. This isn't a future colony. It's a former one. Humanity didn't start on Earth. We fell there, crashed there, lost everything there. The idea hung in the air like a new gravity. Humanity wasn't the future. Humanity was the remnant. Earth wasn't the beginning. Earth was the forgotten refuge. They reached the central chamber. An immense crystalline core hovered silently, spinning with slow, deliberate grace. Within it, shadows moved, human silhouettes, suspended between existence and memory. Aya stepped closer. The core pulsed with warmth. "This colony," she said, "it survived by storing its people inside this structure, not as bodies, as consciousness. Their minds became the building blocks of the world itself." The Solace pulsed in agreement. Sector Zero wasn't a void. It was a memory vault, a sanctuary for the first humans, a record of the origin they lost, a place that whispered across the universe until someone heard, until Aya heard, until Earth remembered. And then the truth broke over them like a star collapsing. Humanity didn't evolve on Earth. It returned to Earth. They were the children of a forgotten civilization that once lived here, in the void, in the dark, in the silence. And now, the void had called them home. The core brightened. A figure formed inside, clearer than the rest, almost solid. It looked at Aya, and in a voice that felt older than galaxies, it spoke. "You've come back, but you are not ready to remember the rest." Aya stepped forward. "Then teach us." "No," the figure replied. "You must become us." The Solace pulsed violently. The chamber shook. The crystal walls opened like wings. The crew realized the truth. They weren't chosen to explore Sector Zero. They were chosen to join it. Sector Zero didn't need visitors. It needed descendants, heirs, continuations. The void wasn't empty. It was waiting. As the chapter closes, the crew stands before the radiant core. The memory of the first humans, the origin of humanity, the truth Earth never knew. And the question that will shape their fate, to understand the universe. Are they willing to surrender who they were to become, what they were always meant to be?